You are T. Who are we? You are T. Who are we? You are T. Who are we? Big up the URT. This is the URT. Welcome to the URT. Big up Jamie Wayne. Big up the early birders. Jim the Rat Glazer. Comedy FC. Here we go. Here we go. INEOS full sale only, mate. Glazers out 100%. Big up to you, man. Boy, oh boy. Wrong. He is scapegoated. Don't fall for it. He was scapegoated. Of course he was. Big up to everybody. Danny boy. He's the only one who fired 200 over employees, raised the ticket price, kept Eric Ten Hag, stopped me from singing Yamal. Yeah, it is what it is. But big up to everybody. Jim the Rat Judas is about, and we're here. Jim the Rat Glaze is about, and big up Jamie Wayne. Big up to every one of you. It looks like somebody farted at Old Trafford. Who's to blame? It looks like Dan Ashworth. The level of ridiculousness. There's so many of the reports today of the Ashworth stacking. It's absolute joke, people. Absolute joke. It's a joke. I can't even stress it to you enough. It's the most laughable thing. Manchester United are a joke. And now they try to scapegoat him. Listen, I don't really rate Dan Ashworth as a director of football. He was never in my top 3 or top 4. So it's not somebody I'm here to defend. But when I see a character assassination in media, I'm gonna have to call it out. Big up for Saeed for the Saeed raid. Big up to everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Big up Khalees from Medina, Chief Editor, United Real Therapy. At the end of the day, people, I just look at it and I just big up Saeed for the raid. As I look at it, I just see it for what it is. Dan Ashworth is not to blame for everything the structure has got wrong in a year. They've been here just under a year, a couple of weeks under a year. It was last Christmas when we heard that INEOS were coming in to take over the football controls at Manchester United. And at the end of the day, their first year, it's absolutely shit has gone downhill. The people don't know that Manchester's not that big. It's not way big as London. Greater Manchester's about 4 million. London itself is about 10 million, 9 million, whatever people. So Manchester's not that big. And Manchester United, as an institution, employ a lot of people. So the mood, I don't need the reporters to tell me. We know, everybody knows people who work at Manchester United. If you've been into football and you live around Manchester, you know people who work at Manchester United. Speaking to people, the mood is as rock. They said it is so rock bottom, and they said they were so excited, and they were giving Jim the benefit of the doubt, thinking he was going to come in and actually do some TLC because the club has needed some tender love and care. But it's done the complete opposite. A lot of people, right, who work for the club were excited, and I was telling them, and they were telling me, Nuruddin, you're being negative. That's what they were telling me. They were telling me that, saying to me, you're being negative, right? And now some of those people, some of them are being sacked, and some of them are worried about their jobs. So this idea that all of it is to blame Dan Ashworth. I always told you about our fan base, and as a club as a whole, we love a scapegoat and we love a savior. It's not just one person or two people. It's a whole institutional and structural thing that needs to be changed at Old Trafford. And unfortunately, we got oil salesman, slick salesman, Jim the Rat running things now. And 1 minute he's telling you, he's talking, majority of these psychopaths who run these companies, they talk out two sides of their mouths. 1 minute he's saying, oh, there's people who are involved in that. And then the next minute is reported, oh, he was involved in the sacking. He was involved in the hiring. He was consulted. I mean, make your mind up. Make your effing mind up about what is really going on at this football club. At the end of the day, it is embarrassing, and it will always be embarrassing. And I genuinely do think the reports are coming out. I text 2 people, and they literally said to me, the mood, they've never seen it. They've worked at that club for a long time. They said the mood, they have not seen the level in the mood and the atmosphere in a football club. Why do you think that's important? It's important for people to be doing their job to enjoy it. It's not people Manchester United is supposed to be this family. And unfortunately, it's not that. We've been hoodwinked. We've been lied to. We have been sold a dream. And I'm still deep down on the bottom of my heart, I'm thinking, I hope this is just teething problems. And I hope it works for the benefit, because I don't want to, for me being right, deprive the whole of the fan base and the community of Manchester United fans worldwide, the billion nearly of fan base, of happiness, just because to say that I'm right. No, I want to be wrong, people. But so far, everything we told you on this channel from day dot, from when we told you the Glazers never wanted to sell this fucking football club, they were looking for the investment, where every other channel was telling you about, oh yeah, this guy's coming in, the deal is done. We were telling you about the dodginess of Jim the Rat and pointing to the direction of, look what they did with Nice over there and how they overpromised and underdelivered. It's simple as that. Big up to Khalees from Medina. Make sure you give him a follow on Twitter. Chief Editor United Real Therapy for the quotes. Jason Wicker has struck up a good rapport with Ruben Amorim. The interim director of recruitment, Christopher Verveil, and the interim performance director, Sam Erith, could see their jobs become permanent. This is Laurie Whitwell and Adam Crofton, who have got big leagues for the club. They're the two guys that who are getting the leagues. So that's where we're at. Jason Wilcox could take the duties of Dan Ashworth in the short term, while the club to decide what to do next. Big up Khalees from Elassie. Dan Ashworth is not in favour of was not in favour of appointing Amorim as the club news head coach. Instead, recommended move for Gareth Southgate. I don't believe that. I genuinely don't believe that. Dan Ashworth had let people know it was difficult working for Jim Ratcliffe's newly assembled football leadership team. Dan Ashworth has let people know it was difficult. I mean, they sacked him. Justin, Dan Ashworth expect to have plenty of offers from clubs. Some know Arsenal search for sporting director, and their managing director, Richard Garlick, is the former West Brom colleague of Ashworth. However, there's nothing concrete yet. Wow. Ex-players are snakes. Of course they are, bro. Big up to you. Dan Ashworth's departure from Man FC is instigated by those at the top of the club. The sense among the staff is joint decision between Jim and Omar Barada. Wow. Wow. But then they tell you he doesn't get involved. Big up to Mick, Man UFC Realist TV. Make sure you check out 9 o'clock, Jarvis Corner. It's got an ex-Manchester United player, and they're paying a tribute tonight on that channel to Kath. R.I.P. Kath. Big up Khalees. Khalees says here new. It seemed no coincidence after being quoted Eric Ten Hag's contract extension and every signing bought during the summer, there was nothing from Ashworth. Wow. Wow. On the official announcement, Ruben's appointment, Ashworth was said to have had little input in selecting Amorim as Man UFC new head coach, with Barada major influence on the Portuguese getting the job. It was Barada who flew to Lisbon when Ten Hag was sacked to negotiate with Sporting president Federico Varandas. Jim Ratcliffe felt Dan Ashworth could have been much more assertive in targeting new head coach and should have looked beyond those people he knew. Nuruddin, you're getting top 4 and winning the Europa League. I'm so excited. Big up Jason07. Jason, have you got a magic ball into the future? I hope you're right, my friend. I genuinely hope you're right. Jim Ratcliffe also said to have raised eyebrows at Dan Ashworth taking a holiday on Ruben Amorim's second day at Carrington. He said something in November's executive committee meeting was seen by some as further indication or was not well. Well, people are allowed to take holiday, mate. Are you telling people people can't take holiday now? Is that what you're telling people? At the end of the day, they had to take a holiday because it was during international break. And that's where no players are there. The players were on a holiday. So what's the point of Dan Ashworth being there? Friction also arose when Dan Ashworth suggested using a data company to elevate candidates to replace Eric Ten Hag. So Jim Ratcliffe, well, not so to me. Jim the Rat repeatedly reacted badly, questioning Ashworth's role and Man UFC's in-house capabilities. Well, I'm sorry, Jim the Rat, but didn't the 7-month dodgy Dave is a strategic review tell you what they have in-house? Oh, he's a cycling guy, so he doesn't know anything about how football, the workings of a football club. Ah, okay, we got you. Omar Barada has impressed with his work on room and around Man UFC. He regularly holds meetings with staff to understand their daily commitments and listen to their thoughts on improving the mood at Manchester United. Is described by several sources as very low, given 250 redundancies and cost cutting. By the way, those other redundancies are coming. Somebody was telling me there's other areas where they're thinking that they need to get rid of people. Breaking news: Premier League referee David Coates has been sacked by PGMOL. Actions were found to be serious breach of the provisions of an employment contract with position deemed untenable. The supporting Dave Coulter continues to be as important as us as we remain committed to his welfare. Wow. Listen, I don't give a damn what Rio Ferdinand says, but Rio is a joke. I hope they're brutal with these shit players. Wow. Yeah. But the same shit players that you like to see and you big up. Yeah. They were ruthless in sacking staff and had been there for years, and I hope they're as much as ruthless with the shit players there that are there. The ones that have been the ones that have been there for years. Okay. Rio talking about shit players. Oh, the same players he never called out. That's ironic. Shut up, Rio, you sellout. He is big up to you, Hector Rico. Hector Rico, you literally said what you needed to say. Dan Ashworth's list of managers to replace Eric Ten Hag included Eddie Howe, Marco Silva, Thomas Frank, Graham Potter. Well, that's what I'm saying. But people are bringing in Southgate for that. I think Eddie Howe is capable manager, what he's done with Newcastle. I don't give a damn what anybody tells me. I don't give a damn what anybody tells me. So I don't care what anybody tells me. So it is what it is. Dino, don't get escorted by security back to your door unless you've done something damning and instant dismissal. Well, listen, I'm not defending him. I think it's embarrassing. It's really embarrassing. I mean, majority of you, I don't know how many of you know, but they escorted him out at the back through the press office so that people could see, and they humiliated him as he went. They could have just sacked him on a Monday morning, bought all the evidence, and got him done for a breach of contract. If what you're suggesting, Mick, is that that's what really happened. When searching for replacement, Eric Ten Hag, Jim Racken wanted to hear ideas from Dan Ashworth due to his expertise in building structures. Ashworth did not provide a compelling argument for who to bring in. His list of managers included Eddie Howe, Marcos, Thomas Frank, and Graham Potter as potential interim. Radcliffe wanted more decisiveness and dynamic appointment, some with certain charisma who were capable of shouldering an enormous responsibility and scrutiny that comes with leading one of the world's biggest clubs. Piss off. Laurie Whitwell, you're creaming that up, and Adam Crofton. Behave yourselves, you two. Honestly. The mood on Man UFC has already been described as sour with the recent news that sporting director Dan Ashworth has left the club despite only being in place a handful of months. I mean, it's embarrassing. A data company for choose the manager, Jim brings that guy. Well, this is it. This is what I'm talking about. But then, Jim, you were saying, if I'm not mistaken, this part of his career, he's the perfect guy for us to come in. Behave yourself. Club sources say that they have rapidly working on a development on a new team structure that looks as though Dan's vision didn't align with other senior board members. At this time of the year where everything's meant to be happy and joyful, Manchester United is not. Of course it's not. I've just told you personally, people I've spoke to today, for a couple of voice messages that I've got. But I can never play them because I compromised the people who work there that we know that work there. For the first time in years, Manchester won't fund the Christmas party tradition held at Old Trafford is also being hosted at venues like the cricket ground and the GMX. Oh my God. To bringing together staff from across all the organizations. It's about 700 people, around 700 people that work at the football club. That's where we're at. Big up to everybody in the chat, by the way. Please smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Manchester City, Chelsea are set to earn between 50 and 60 from participation in Club World Cup. This amount is likely to make other top flight clubs envious, as many will earn only about 10% of 60 million from their own summer tours abroad. Well, we're not even flipping. Are we good enough to even want to try that? We want this manager. Why should we be getting involved in this Club World Cup business? It's a FIFA experiment. Try to rinse money out of the football. These people don't give a damn about player welfare or playing too many games. It's absolutely ridiculous. But coming back to Manchester United, I've said it, and honestly, people telling me, Nuruddin, you need to stop talking because most things you predict. Big up to Khalis Ramadeen Lassie, chief editor. Big up, bro. I can't do the show without you, genuinely. Much love and respect to you, man. People, please go and check him out. It's all one word, Khalis Ramadeen Lassie on Twitter. He's the Twitter king. He is across politics, culture, football. He's across it all. He's the first one who's always there. He knows it. So go and check him out and give him a follow. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. It just shows the sheer incompetence. That proper due diligence was not done properly. I understand that if things are not working, it's better to cut your losses. I do agree with that. I've just been on a Straight Jacket 310 original podcast of Saeed TV. So make sure you go and check it out. If you know, remember, you want it used to be called United Central. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. We are where we are, people. We are where we are. Like I said, I always hope to be wrong. I hope to be wrong, and wrong in my understanding, and for you to go, ha, you know nothing, Nuruddin, then for the fan base, for the major fan base to be happy. I'm not asked about that. Who am I? I'm a guy who just lives in Hume. I've got coaching level 1 and 2 FA. I'm not a big person. But to me, when I see patterns, when I see certain things, I call it out and I do it in real time. That's what happens. And people will always, I get the same from the sheep. Half of the fan base or large parts of the fan base are like sheep. They're just casuals. Whatever they hear, whatever the media remixes for them, it's there that comes out. And then they all think, this is the way, this is how we want it. So at the end of the day, people, there's over 300 of you in here. If let's say 70 of you subscribe to the channel, let me see where we're at. Let me tell you exactly where we're at in terms of the channel. Let me tell you exactly where we are in terms of the channel. If you subscribe, we can get to 12K tonight. If 50 of you subscribe to the channel, we have 12,000 subscribers. And a channel that's been shadow banned would be an incredible feat for us defeating and fighting against the algorithms and the bots that are being put there that's stopping us and unsubscribing people. So if 50 of you subscribe to the channel, right, we will be on 50. We will be on 12K, 2,000 subscribers on the channel. We now have 11,950 subscribers. That's what we have, people. 11,000, that's what we're on. So 50 of you subscribe. Now we're only 48 subscribers away. 48 subscribers away from 12K. Can we get to 12K by the end of the stream? Let's see if we can try, people. Let's see if we can try. Please like the video. Like the video. Let me see how many of you have liked the video as well. Please like, subscribe, share. At the end of the day, we're going to go through choppy waters. I fully disagreed. It's only like not even 100 of you have liked the video. Not even 100 of you have liked the video. Not even 100 of you. But I'll say this and I'll stay on it, that I personally believe fundamentally I actually think, going back to the game, I watched a bit of the game again the other day. And I can honestly say with my hand on my heart that yes, in that first half we were decent. Other than the last bit, the last third, where we could have scored goals. But fundamentally, what we have to understand is that we've got, because of the pressure, the size of the football club, we need to employ really good sports psychologists in this football club, because the level of pressure that is in these players. They're only human. They're not machines, right? We can scream and shout and call them out and everything else. But please remember that the psychological damage of them feeling the pressure when we go goal down and we go 2 down, and them making even more errors to go 3 down, it's cost us that game. So I personally believe I want to get out. I love the FA Cup. You guys know how much I love the FA Cup. Get out of the FA Cup. I'm not asked about, for this season, I am not asked about League Cup, FA Cup, Europa League. I am not asked about that. I'm asked about Ruben Amorim being able to create a competitive, high-level competitive in the training ground. So when you got 8 against 8, 9 against 9 in training, the levels of competition is up here. And I promise you, if Manchester United go back to what we used to have under Fergie, which was the competitive training culture, that the weekends will take care of themselves. I cannot stress enough how crucial it is. That's why when people say they change managers, they tend to do it at the end of the season, because the manager or the coach would have the time to be able to get his points of views across during the pre-season. Ruben Amorim does not have that luxury. He doesn't have that privilege. So that's why I'm saying to you guys, we need to hold it and not be asked about any trophy, because we need to go full-heartedly, if we're going to go this way, to take the pain right now to get the game next season and the season after. Like I said, like people were saying, like Saeed was saying, and Musa was saying, this guy doesn't have that much time. And he's very intelligent human being, and he understands for him to be afforded more time, he has to bring about success. My expectations this season for Ruben Amorim is to develop that style of play. And let's see which players swim, which players sink. That's what he has to understand. And it's clear for everybody to see, people. Big up. It's just me, Nuruddin. I hope you're well. I feel the heart and soul of the club's being ripped out. It's really trickling down to the pitch. But I believe this team are better than the most in the league. Yeah, 100% we agree. Let me just get this super chat. Big up to Dilly Yan for been watching since United Stand days with you, Saeed and Aaron. Thank you for speaking for the real on INEOS. I have too much PTSD. Free Palestine. Big up to you, brother. I appreciate you. Love, man. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. Nuruddin, if you want progress, Garnacho, Rashi, Hoyland, Bruno need to be gone. Yeah, that's the view. That's one point of view to have. I think he likes the limelight. He says he wants to leave the running of the club to experts, but he's getting involved. Yeah, 100%. He's talking to both sides of his mouth. Nuruddin, have you seen Reddit VTech? We don't need a new goalkeeper, or we already have him on loan. He was better shot. He's a better shot stopper than Unana when he was bought at 16. I'm not sure about his distribution. Yeah, I've heard about some of these young goalkeepers we have. We've always had decent young keepers at the club. Justin, Christopher Favell will be very heavily involved in the January transfer window. David Einstein. Well, there you go. Breaking news brought to you by Achilles. Like I said to you, I told you this guy is a ninja on X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. He's across it all. He is somebody who's across it all, and he brought that news to you straight away. He brought that news to you. By the way, thank you for those people who are newly subscribed. We're still 45 subscribers away. Big up. We'll hopefully reach it within the next couple of games. But yeah, Onana has improved, but that's not good enough though, bro. Yeah, listen, I personally believe that. But when he's playing well, I'll come out and say it and back him and say he saved us today. Because I try to be fair. I personally think he's not good enough to be Manchester United goalkeeper. I just don't see it. But that don't mean that he can't have exceptional season or he can't be having be on exceptional form. But I just don't believe he's that guy. I know more about football managers and players than the England owners, United Jim. This is awful. Well, It is where we are. We are where we are, people. Big up to Andrew Ellis as well. So Jim needs to Todd Bowley and take himself from the football duties. Let the football people do the running. Yeah, but listen, he wants the limelight. And they're telling you now, the people in the British press telling you, Jim's in a rush. Jim's in a rush. He's in a rush. Rush to what? Okay, then, you broke billionaire. Splash $1 billion then. Go and get players for this guy then. Put your own money into that then. Bring your own money into it. Go on then. Do it. Do it. No, you don't want to do it. He doesn't want to do it. Yeah, I checked it. Yeah, I've already read it out. I've already written it out. Big up to Dillian. Big up Dylan. Yeah, appreciate him. I can't see any of the super chats, bro. Big up to Ben. He says, sooner Bruno Fernandes Rashford's gone, the fucking better, I promise you. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. We've got more. They are a problem, Ben. I do agree. But we've got other problems as well. The likes of Diego Dalot. I'm telling you, he's literally costing us games right now. He is literally costing us games right now. You should see how he's jogging back on Saturday. I swear to God, it's like he was on a treadmill. He was doing I looked at him and thought, is that Diego Dalot? Or is that Workhorst? You know, remember Workhorst? Like, he used to think like he's jogging on the spot. He's not moving at all. Even our defense makes mistakes. It's decent. The same can't be said about our attack. It's completely dead, bearing Ahmad. Well, I actually think Ahmad, that was his worst game in recent running for Manchester United. I genuinely believe that. That was his worst reign. Nurin, do you think our strikers will become good enough to lead the line? I genuinely do think they're not as bad as they look. I promise you. They're not as bad as they look. They just need to be coached. I'm telling you, you can create game patterns and systems and runs to make and like codes for them to be able to do. You'll be able to do that. I promise you, you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to for them to attack better than the way they're attacking now. I think we will get Osimhen or Nana in January, both available on loan. Who's everyone thinking about out of these two? Well, I don't want Nkunku, me. I'll get Osimhen for me. Because Osimhen can fight. He's quite physical, actually. Why not play Amas instead of Dalot? Yeah, exactly. I don't know why, bro. 100% agreeing with you. Dalot is a different man. He's not because he's a bad player. I don't think he suits the system. I actually think it's not. He's just absolutely drained. He's absolutely drained. Garnacho, Bruno, Dalot in January. Garnacho, Bruno, and Rashford and Dalot in January. Wow. That's what people are saying. Jim's rushing because he's old and he's got us on his CV and he wants to be remembered as a savior and not the savior. He's got into bed with the enemy of the club. Yeah, 100%. Big up William United. 100%. You hit the nail right on the head there. Yeah. I'm going with Nkunku because he plays number 9. No, I'm not. I'm not going. I'm not having Chelsea's reject. I want a guy who's injury prone as well. Nuruddin, the lot is exhausted and he needs to be rested. 100%. He was our player of the season last season when we had a horrendous season. He was our player. He was our player of the season last season when we had a horrendous time. Everyone wants to talk about Bruno when he's offered to pay for everyone to go and watch the FA Cup after INEOS refused to pay. He runs every game non-stop. Dalot hooves the ball and just walks as much as he walks. Now, I understand that's a point of view. That's your point of view to have. Bayern Munich wants Alonso to make a decision on his contract before he meets with Man UFC and Real Madrid in January. Yeah. Big up Jarvis. Jarvis says, Amarin can train the scroll all he wants, but if the quality isn't there, it's a lost cause. It's like trying to teach chimps to solve Rubik's Cube. No matter the effort you put in, it's not happening. Well, I promise you now, Jarvis, there are some chimps that are really clever and can solve it. I put money on it. People are using that analogy, but there are people. Big up Jarvis, by the way. At 9 o'clock this evening, he's got him, Stu, and an ex-Manchester United player are on paying incredible homage to the life and celebrate the life of Kath, a woman who gave her working life to Manchester United. 50-something years working at Manchester United. No exit structure lies of INEOS, 100%. 100%. No, I hope you're well, Nuruddin. Free Palestine. and Free Lebanon, always Fox Zionism. 100%. Ben, I hope you're well, pal. I hope you're well. Sending love to you, my friend. I want United to play in the Champions League with hundreds of new players. That has intensity for Amorim. But unfortunately, they can sack the 250 people. They can sack Dan Ashworth. But I expect some of these players to be here. Some of the players that you guys want out, some of them might be here next season and season after. And they might outlast Amorim. I thought Euro was a ball-playing centre-back. But he... Oh, no, he's not. He's not. He's just not fully fit. He's not. He's not fully fit, bro. And it's also the way that the teams press you as well can make it look awkward sometimes. But he's not. He's a ball-playing centre half. I guarantee you. I need you to go and watch how he plays that from the back. Manchester United could be the ones to pay for Victor Osimhen's 62 million release clause in January transfer window. This is the break clause on his loan deal at Galatasaray. Nah, it's not worth it. He's not coming in. I thought it was a free loan. He's not coming. He's not coming. United don't have 63 million. I don't make the decision, but I feel comfortable that we're making the correct decision. I don't get involved in the most big decisions. Jim, man, Jim is telling you. But ultimately, so I can understand the rationale behind them. Wow. Wow. Our antenna wasn't perfect at Man UFC. We've made one or two errors, but they are a lot better than would have been if we had not done the Nice and Lausanne. Are these quotes from today? Lausanne. The major change to come to achieve elite status. If we shy away from that difficult decision, nothing much is going to change. Oh, yeah, this is what he was saying to, big up Andy Mitten. And United we stand, lads. Big up to the lads who are always there. Rain, shine, hailstone, they're always there. And the fan scene is such a brilliant. Anytime I've got honestly a bit of money, I buy it. I buy it. So big up to Andy Mitten for keep it running. Big up to everybody and big up to all the sellers out there selling the magazine. United we stand. I do get it. But yeah, I do think. I'm always telling. And if I see. If I see my guy who runs it, Andy Mitten, I'll tell him, I think you've let him off the hook, my friend. I don't think you should have pushed back against that when he said the Fulham, one of the most expensive postcodes in the whole of Europe, comparing it to inner city Manchester, like where the wages are nowhere as near as any of the wages in London or even down south. So I don't know, where was the pushback against that, Andy Mitten? Where was the pushback, bro? I know I can imagine off camera you're telling him straight, but where was the pushback on record? The pushback against that? That is a deluded, out of touch quote, that is. Jim doesn't make decisions. Why is he the owner? It's terrible and sad to have these awful owners. 100%. 100%. 100% people. 100%. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, people. But it is what it is, people. It is what it is. It is what it is. We are where we are, people. We are where we are in terms of this football club. And, yeah, I just find it really difficult. Oh, where's that noise coming from? Bear with me, guys. Bear with me, guys. There we go. We got it. We got you, people. We got you. We get you. We got him. We got him. We got you, people. We got you. Big up to everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. You know what I mean? You need to subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. And yeah, it's just heartbreaking. Jim Ratcliffe, Java says here, Jim Ratcliffe isn't the owner. He's just a guy the Glazers have handed the keys to run the show. Yes, 100%. Dan Ashworth's list of managers didn't align with the ideas of Jim, and Omar Barada, and there's that there is a shock within the club. Yeah, there we are. Big up to Jarvis, like I said, Man UFC Realist TV, Jarvis Corner. Make sure you check him out. Big up to Mick as well. Mick saying running a petrochemical company is not the same as running a football club. Look how Nisa run. Yeah, I said it. We were saying it. Yeah. Final right, Kath. We'll always remember the PA. Rest in peace, Kath. With kind regards to Louis Van Gaal. Big up to Louis Van Gaal for shouting Kath out. She always came in with a smile and kept the mail for me. She was actually my PA in my last season. She won the FA Cup. We won the FA Cup, and we sent some. She sent me a nice summary of the photos for yeah. Yeah, he sent this to Daniel, who's a journalist. Yeah, big up to the one of the maddest man in football, man. Honestly, Louis Van Gaal, and the only guy I regret that we didn't keep because he was a real coach. I was being impatient and I was getting frustrated by the football, but because he didn't have the players, and I understood after it was too late, the bankers were not getting him the players that he wanted. So it is what it is, people. It is what it is. Please smash that like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, people. But yeah, obviously we've got Paulson. Is that what they're called? Come the weekend. No, come Thursday night. We're going to be playing something. Paulson, the Czech team from Czech. So yeah, it's over 200 or nearly 300 of you watching, and we're still on. We're only just made it to 100 likes. Please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Like I said, we're about 45 away. Let me have a look. Yeah, 45 subscribers away from. Actually, wow, we are now 40 subscribers away. 40. So we got 11,960 subscribers. And like I said, if we try to make it to the end of the stream, that would be incredible. Let me just get this. 3 Man UFC Premier League fixtures in February have been rescheduled. Crystal Palace at home on the 2nd is Crystal Palace at home, Sunday the 2nd. Second sentence, 2 o'clock. Tottenham away, Sunday the 16th. And so let me just get this right. Let me just read it properly. Crystal Palace at home, right? Sunday the 2nd, 2 o'clock. Tottenham away, Sunday the 16th at 4:30. Everton away, Saturday the 22nd at 12:30 kickoff. Okay. Okay, big up. Van Gaal had to leave. What it says, Van Gaal had to leave his style of play just like Ten Hag did. I just hope Omarin doesn't do it, and if he's still sacked, he gets sacked with dignity because he will go to a real club and succeed. Yeah, the owners are awful depressing. Wonder if there's more intelligent millionaires to buy Manchester United. Nah, that ship has sailed. Unfortunately, I don't actually know. That ship has absolutely sailed, people. Big up to everybody who's interacting. Van Gaal said we were a commercial club, and we will be as long as we have owners that only care about making money. Football is meant to be enjoyable and have owners that love the club. Facts. Big up Stephanie. Big up to Steph in here. Griffin. Big up to you. Appreciate you. Please, mods, get the people to like the video if you can. Let me just go back at this. Saudi clubs are interested in Anthony, who's likely to leave Manchester United this January. United won around 25 million permanent deal. Wow. Big up Lucky Sings, Diego Dalot, Lindelof, Ericsson, Taxi, back to. Yeah. Big up Steph. Big up Steph. There we go. Breaking. Christopher Fafal will be very. Yeah. We already have this. Big up to you, Alwan. Big up to you. I appreciate you. Khalisa's already got us here. So Bibal will be very heavily involved in the January transfer window for Manchester United. Man UFC David Rossi Athletic podcast. Yeah. Of course he's going to have to be, because at the moment And by them, looks like the three of them, there's another guy as well. They should be able to do it. Another briefing that which was strange was that there's too many cooks. So one is like, this is how the news has been since the news broke on Sunday. Jim's in a rush. Jim's in a rush. The second one is too many cooks in the kitchen. Too many cooks. Too many cooks. So if there's too many cooks, then they don't need to hire anybody else. They should just hire from within inwards, like the Glazers used to do. Remember, the Glazers hired a guy to be the director of football who never done that. Like Murta Madness. Manchester United decide to bring a new sporting director to replace Dan Ashworth. Several sources say PSG's Luis Campos will be top of their list. Listen, Campos is used to having a really good budget to be able to work. This would they would face fierce competition from Arsenal for him. The paper sport, iPaper sport. Okay, interesting. Not worried pushing to get a proper striker? Yeah, I think so. Big up to Khalees. Khalees is saying here, they would face competition from Arsenal. Okay, it's interesting. But I think Campos, why would he leave? He's getting really handsomely paid at PSG, and every season he gets a bit of money, and that FSG thing. Just the PR whatever thing doesn't have to apply over there in that league. They can buy and sell who they want. Yeah, William says here, yeah, Murta was a donkey. Yeah, I tell people. To be fair, he did a decent job. Murta did a decent job with the women's when he setting up the women's and the youth team. But yeah, Murta was a donkey. Arnold won't forget the pina coladas they were session in a Barcelona and not getting a signing dirt bags. We need midfielders who are comfortable on the ball, not 100%. 100 million%. I totally agree. We need that. We need those type of guys. Just go and get big up Man UFC Realist TV. He says go and check out the channel as well. Just get us Ralph Ranier as a director of football. I don't think so, I genuinely don't think so. I don't think so. Yeah. I genuinely don't think that he would want to take that job anyway. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think he would want to take that job. I don't think he would want to take that job, I'm not going to lie to you. And Manchester United, the Glazers will never forgive the guy. They'll say, oh, he lied to them. You know what I mean? That's what they'll say. That's what they'll say. They'll say, oh, he lied to them. That's what they'll say, people. But yeah, we are where we are, people. We are where we are. Big up. Ralph won't come back because he hates the Glazers. And he was a truth teller. 100%, William. You know that. 100%. Veval's boys with Ralph, they know each other from Red Bull. Yeah. Big up to Rashid, Sheikh Rashid. I hope he's well. It's unlike him to miss the stream. Get a technical ballers all over the pitch. And our first signing needs to be a goalkeeper. Open heart surgery, says here Raymond. Big up Raymond. Saying here. Mr. Open heart surgery. Big up to Jarvis. Jarvis says here. Ranić wasn't happening. The Glazers are still here. And Ranić is a man of class and integrity. Yeah. He's a truth teller. Truth teller. He's definitely a truth teller. Brentford director pushing to get sale of couple of scrubs January. Buy in Wormo from Bradford. Big up to Lucky Singh. Get your questions in quickly before we end, people. Get your questions in. You got 5 minutes. Get your questions in. Anything about Manchester United related. Get your questions in. We'll do an answering session in this hour. Maybe we'll try to make it a permanent one podcast on Mondays where we have the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes of the podcast where we have just ask me questions, and I'll answer them honestly about Manchester United or anything else for that matter. Nuruddin on Nuruddin, what is this here? Nuruddin on Victor P Europa League Man City predictions. I think Manchester City will win, Mohammed. Big up, Mohammed G on Free Palestine. Nuruddin, your Victor P. Oh yeah, Europa League and Man City predictions. Oh, both Manchester City. Oh yeah, Victoria Paulson, whatever they're called, and Manchester City. I don't think we'll lose both games. I think we might win the Europa one, and we might lose the City game, but only just. I think if City beat us, it'll be either odd goal. I don't think we'll get smashed there. Imagine sacking Ranier. That's how clueless United were. But that's what we are. We bounce from bad decision to a bad decision. That's what we do at this football club. Yeah. Anyone saying taxi for City will be our next all right. Tiki Barestein will be our next director. That won't happen either. We'll keep Vivel and what they have now to get either Campos or Barata from Atletico Madrid. Yeah. Big up William. Says here, Hector saying here, Jim has already met with Ralph when he bought his 0%, remember. So it would be just a shock. Yeah, big up to Andrew. There are vacancies going for clowns. Unana needs to apply. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be too harsh. He has saved us this season, to be fair, people. He has saved us this season. But you know what I mean? It's what it is. It's getting a bit cold in here. I'm just going to turn the heating on, so just bear with me 1 minute, people. Do you think you will live to see us win another Premier League title? Yeah, 100%. Come on. I'm still young, man. Big up Mark Zaki, boy. I'm still young, man. We're still young. Of course we will see that. Of course we will see that. If Super League doesn't become the ultimate thing in the world, then of course we will see that. Of course, for the sake of our young fans, of course we will see that. I would take Ralph Ranier as the Arsenal in a heartbeat. Yeah, well, you should. Diego Costa is just a mistake-prone as Unana when he was. Diego Costa is just as mistake-prone as Unana, but he's a better goalkeeper all round. I can tell you that much. He's a better goalkeeper all round, pal. Let me get the heating on. Woo! Woo! Heating is on, people. The heating is on. It's a bit too nippy out here, people. It's a bit too nippy. Big up to everybody. Love and like. But yeah, any other questions? Super League in 5 years, when the contract with UEFA ends, we'll all know it's coming. Yeah, 100%. Agreed. Yeah, Diego Costa is a better goalkeeper, man. He just has a better presence. He's Portugal's number one. You don't become Portugal's number one being a bum. I'm just telling you, people. You don't. But yeah, people. Any more questions before we leave, man? Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Let me just see how many more subscribers we need for the channel. Last time I checked, we needed 40. Let me just check now. Ooh, we still need... Oh! Somebody's unsubscribed, cheeky. Somebody's pulling a fast one. We now need 41 subscribers to get us to 12K. Somebody subscribed and unsubscribed. You cheeky, taking the biscuit. You're having a laugh at my expense, eh? You cheeky sods. And we've been live for an hour now, bringing you A1 content, all the latest news, all the breaking news just in with my co-editor, producer, Khalis Ramadan Lassi. So, and now you're telling me, you guys are chatting rubbish to me, and you're telling me that we've had over 300 of you in here consistently, and now you're telling me there's only how many of you have liked the video? Absolute shambles. Absolute shambles. Yeah. Absolute shambles, if you ask me. Let me see what questions are coming up. Please, there is no millionaires in this world who can truly love the club. Do you have football advice who can buy United to expect these terrible current owners? Well, we had our chance in it with Qatar. I think those guys would want to win 100%. And I don't think they'll be sacking people. I promise you that much. And we already knew this. I mean, I hate the word they use, best in class. It's not the best in class. It's a classist language. There's no best in class. So some of the upper classes are some of the ugliest people and do the ugliest things in this world. So it's nothing classy about these Muppets. Like and subscribe, people. Big up, Khalees. You know why? The Qataris could have won, honestly. They're about winning. They're about bringing about winning. They would have spent, balled out. I still think Spurs is more likely they will buy than buying Manchester United. Now, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true. Qatar, please take United. But yeah, you'll have to talk to Sheikh Jazim. Ask him to come back. Was that a Kanye reference, Nura? Big up to you. No, it wasn't. It's just my little idiosyncrasies. That's what that was. Any more questions, people? Any more questions? He has to go. Come back, Qatar. My questions, Rooney. What's your favorite meal? Subscribe, people. What's my favorite meal? Wow, I love sushi. You know, the food that makes me the most energized and that I can eat loads of and I can feel amazing and go and play a game of football or go out dancing is sushi. I never feel bloated. I never feel full. Sushi is the food that, yeah, especially hot sushi, the salmon. Oh my God. Brazil. I had some amazing, I can't tell you lot, amazing sushi in Brazil. Massive Japanese community in Brazil. Place in Rio called Lapa Maki. If you ever travel to Rio, make sure you go. It's Lapa, it's the downtown central. There's a place called Lapa Maki. Oh my God, the sushi was unbelievable. I went to Brazil twice, both times I was there eating that. Lunchtime and dinner. Oh my gosh. It makes me that question. But in terms of food, it's I love fish and I love like Yemeni, Somali, I love Asian, you know what I mean? I love curries, I love dals, I love like Chana dal, Al Medina. If you're ever in Manchester, the best place to get the best dal is Al Medina. El Medina. Big up. Jim is not afraid to sack members of the recruitment team, managers getting a sack now. So Jim has to get rid of some of these players. Well, that's what Saeed's asking for. Saeed's saying that what's the point of getting rid of people if you're not going to get rid of people? Omar Barada wants us to win the league by 2028. To reach that, we need to improve and rebuild the squad complete. 100%. I don't think Jassim will come back. Glazers messed him about. I was disgusting what they did to him and played him as the fool. Yeah, 100%. Yes, when you can see Fairy Afri Nuruddin. Yes, when can we see the fairy? Oh, you're talking about the cat? Is that what you're talking about? Scholesy's outside. Scholesy's outside. Dan Ashworth had a plan to apparently wanted Marco Silva, Thomas Frank, which was not as bad choices. Ashworth, since unlike the INEOS. Yeah. Well, Marco Silva's doing a fantastic job. Salmon's my favorite dish. Yeah, I love salmon. One of the best salmon. I had a salmon curry in Berlin. It was amazing. Really big fat steak of salmon, but I like it well done. I like my fish or anything to be well done. I'm eating dal. Oh, enjoy, man. Before we close out, yeah, that's my favorite sushi: samosa, rice, and chicken. Yeah, man. Yeah, the samosas. Have you ever tasted the Mali samosas? Oh my, the Ramadan Mali samosas. I go on to say they're the best, some of the best in the world. But I love Gujarati, Punjabi. I love all like types of like Bengali samosas, Bengali dishes. I love food that's just tasty. I love yard food. I love Jamaican food. I love all the types of Caribbean food. All of the food that's from the Caribbean food is similar to African food. So like having like, you know what I mean? Like rice, peas and plantain, all of that is lovely. Chana dal is tasty, yeah. The best one, bro, is in Manchester. Manchester, and it's boy, oh boy. Boy, oh boy, one of my favorite places. I've been going there since I was a kid. Yeah, El Medina in Winslow Road. El Medina, City Bournemouth next, 0 points. Now, I think we might win one of those games. I don't think we're going to lose both games. Well, I hope not. If you go to Oldham Nurin, try Egyptian Rooms, new restaurant they opened, has a different food for you. You can go and order inside, pal. We went there for Christmas at work. Wow, William. Damn, and you know what? At Christmas, eat all you want. You can order what you want as well. Caribbean is great. Lots of fusion. Yeah, 100%. People don't understand like the Caribbean has a lot of people from South Asia as well and Southeast Asia. No, love to channel Nuruddin. Can you tell us if there's anything INEOS can do that you would feel a success? Some people feel that criticism might not be the move the club forward. We are stuck with them. What they have to do is basically Jim the Rat needs to buy the club full out. He has to buy the Glazers out. That's the first thing he needs to do. That's the third thing he needs to do. Then we can focus just on him and not just know the Glazers are there playing in the background. So for me, that's what they have to do. And then what they have to do then, build a proper football structure, treat the staff better, do not quit Christmas, stop this cost-cutting prices and blame the people who sack the people and blame the people who lose the club money. That's what needs to happen, bro. That's what needs to happen. That's what needs to happen. Oh, yeah, of course, man. MIA, banana and rice. Yeah, that's what we do, mate, us Malis. But to me, we just don't fry the plantain. It's the same thing. Can you understand? They just have it in plantain in parts of Central and West Africa. We just go, nah. Malis are just like, nah, forget frying the plantain. Just do the banana right now. That's the difference, bro. That's the thing. People take the piss out of my people, yeah, the Malis, when we go banana and rice. It's because we just don't fry it. We're like, stop frying the plantain. We just have the banana shred. We're not about that. That's all we do, bro. But people don't understand that. Yeah, big up to everybody. Yeah, the Caribbean food has influence from Africa, Indian subcontinent, also a lot of other Asian countries. Yeah, 100%. Clean everything out of the club. Yeah, 100%. Christmas cancelled. Jim the Rat, lol. Wow, what a Scrooge. 100%, Susie. He is an absolutely diabolical. Punishing the workers. Can you imagine that? Punishing the workers. What's an absolute dickhead? Oh, Thai food. You know what my favorite Thai food is? Oh my God, I forgot the name of it. It's a vegetarian one. Oh my God, I forgot it. There's a place in Stockport, like near our Nicky's that does it. Near, Reddish. There's this place in Reddish, yeah. Oh my God, I forgot the dish. I forgot the dish, man. It's gone. I'll have to remember it next time. I promise. I promise I'll remember. But yeah, big up to everybody. Please smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel. Let me just check how many people, how many subscribers we need for us to get the 12K. Hey, big up to all the other subscribers. We now have, all we need now is 37 subscribers to get 12K. 37 subscribers. 37. And I think all of you have deserved it. The channel's deserved it. We've grafted enough together, people. So, yeah, big up. Which attackers would you want for United? What attackers would I want for United? That's interesting. People that can beat people. In this system, we need ball carriers, people who can dribble, and people who can carry the ball at pace and can dribble. So I would try that kid from Napoli, Kafshalia. I think that's his name. I butchered his name. Big up. INEOS need to be ruthless with some of these waste of space players, Lord. Big up, Susie. Love and light to you. Sending you love. I want Rashford to. If I want Rashford, he will go to Tottenham and PSG this summer. You should try other South African food called masonja. They are very nice. Yeah, 100%. I'm happy to try. Happy to try. I love it. I like Iranian food as well. Do you like dosa? Yeah. I like dosa. Yeah, I like dosa. Yeah, some of the places that I go and eat. What's that Indian street food? What's it called? Something bust. Bundabust. I go to Bundabust. Really nice. We need to play Ugarte with Casemiro, brother. On the road, we bossed the midfield with these two. Yeah, maybe. But then, you know what? I always said that Casemiro could struggle because the amount of running that's needed in midfield. But people, please subscribe to the channel. 37 subscribers away from 12K. And for a channel that was demonetized at times and a channel that's still shadow banned, because we talk about the genocide and what's going on in the world and people that are being oppressed. We're doing quite well, people. We rather grow small and organic. Yeah, we're not here to clickbait people, but big up to you, Ugarte, Casemiro, pivot. Big up to you. Suzanne said, Dan Ashworth was a shock, mate. Made such a fuss getting him, can pull the plug, make mistakes, but there's more to it than meets the eye. Not all his fault. That Dandy Dave stick to cycling, lol. Yeah, 100%. Big up, Susie. You know what I'm talking about. Masonja is a worm that we eat in South Africa, but they're good for your body. Oh, okay. There you go, people. Big up. Love, man. Yeah, you need good worms in your body, don't you? On the road, you never pressed high. It's completely different. Ugarte and Casemiro could not work now. How do people not see that it's completely different? Well, people just see what they liked in it, and there's nothing wrong with people seeing what they like. Amarin has to play back five, more defensive. Otherwise, it's hard to survive. Giving Chelsea Sancho and remaining with Ghana, that is a disgrace. Well, yeah. Love Yemeni food. Once went to Yemen. We sat on the floor with a low table, simplicity eating with your hands. Yeah, 100%. Somebody says, Wallahi, they can never stop Allah. He has destined for you. Big up to you, Bill Bear. Big up. Breaking. Wow, last minute to go. Manchester City are accused of breaking 130 Premier League rules over a 14-year period. They might learn the outcome of the charges by late January, but a legal expert believes any appeal will drag it until next season. Well, they're lawyers. Yeah, can drag it all in. What's your what's the best Somali food? Well, lamb and rice, in it. You can't go wrong with lamb and rice. Yeah, lamb and rice, can't go wrong with that, man. Lamb and rice. But one of my favorite is the samosas. You can't beat Somali samosas, mate. I'm sorry, genuinely. Who signed up on Sancho deal? The club. But people are blaming Dan Ashworth. He was the one who faced it, but it was decided with Ten Hag and the whole club to get him out of here. What the fuck's Dodgy Dave done in football for him to be the best in class for Man United? Jim is a rat, giving the boys bonuses and sacking the working class. 100%. Love Rude, but the sample size is not enough. He didn't change the formation. His OG was 2.0. They would have down the tools on him. Amarin has tried to change the style. That's why it will be tough. Yeah, big up to everybody. As we say here, free Palestine, free Free Lebanon, free Syria now. The Zionists are attacking Syria. Free Congo, free Sudan, free Haiti, free anywhere where people are oppressed, whether it's domestically, locally, internationally, or globally. So yeah, and we stand with everybody we don't give a damn of your orientation, your religious beliefs. We don't give a damn about anything your ethnicity. We are about humanity, people. One love, one people. But we say win, lose, or draw. Glazers out, INEOS out, Jim the Rat, Dodgy Dave, and the Quarter Sexuals out. We keep it 100 on this channel. Love and light. Take care of yourselves. We will always shout for humanity and stand against the genocide. Love and light, people. Peace, love. Take care. Good night. Please smash a like on your way out and subscribe to the channel. 37 subscribers away from 12K. Yeah, and I want that. I really want that. That'd be fun. To have a reset, we might need to get relegated and have new owners. I'm up for that.